other than Mranchen Maba wana beya the serefo womaimu. Bigay, why? Why? I didn't Mranchen Maba. Wamaya you will be bia. I didn't Mranchen Maba wana beya the serefo. Why have the youth? Why are they becoming beggars in a land that is full of riches? Why? There is something wrong. Me sorry 413. Me busa me won question we say Mranchen Maba wani nyina beya the serefo. They have become beggars. They have become. You cannot even be friends with a branch and Baba without them asking you for help. Why? And it's everywhere. It cuts across everywhere. From Bumprugu to Sandema, from Sandema to Warware, from Warware to Ermo, from Ermo to Kalio. Bebia. Asantiaguna, Bebia. Ade na Mranche ne Maba wana beya de serefo wo mayen sika ewo mo adey. Udu Asantiaguna the same. Udu Bipwa the same. Beposo sa. Kona sa. Kenan Mosum Mranche ne Maba wani nyina beya de serefo. They have become beggars in the country that is full of riches. Why? What is wrong? And what is the problem? Problem ni ya ya. Me hunu bibi, mamenka bibi. There is so much in this country for everybody's need. You know, there is so much in this country for the need of every one of us. Every one of us, there is so much in this country for our need. Exactly. Diamond, bauxite, manganese, cocoa, timber, iron, ore, lithium. There is so much in this country. Freedom. Coffee. Wamanya we mistake to a broker good chances with me fee. There is so much in this country for everybody's need. Exactly. But for the greed of the selected few, just the selected few. Freedom. Canada. Adai. Adena Mranche Maba wana beya the serefo womaimu. Why? What is wrong? Why? There is something fundamentally wrong. Exactly. And coincidentally or unfortunately, these are the very same people who protect the system that keeps on impoverishing them. Freedom. Unfortunately, the people are falling in love with foolishness. Just so that the system that impoverishes them, system na mo ya the serefo or manya bauxite wom, manganese wom, timber wom, diamond wom, oil wom. But the Mranche na wom mine muna beya the serefo gold wom. But the youth have become beggars. Freedom. Everywhere you go, everywhere. Now you cannot even be friends with youth. Exactly. But who will be Mama Minka Bibi? I've said, Mrs. There is so much in this country for the need of every youth in this country. But there is not enough for the greed of the selected few. Exactly. And we keep on deceiving ourselves. See our political class. You don't have a political class. Sure. You have a group of organized economic criminals. Freedom. Who come under a label called MPP and a label called NDC. Freedom. They don't seek for power for the prosperity of the masses. They don't. Exactly. They only seek power for their own self-aggrandizement. Unfortunately, we have fallen in love with foolishness. Exactly. That's why MPP need freedom. That's why NDC need. I don't know where my voice can cut across. I don't know where my voice can reach. But there is something wrong with this country. Freedom. Fundamentally. Exactly. They seek for power not because of the people, not because of the masses.
Sure.
They seek for power because of what's now economic, a business class and a first class. Because of more lead your mind without a plan.
Exactly.
For so many years, what my manifesto in the boom, are we crazy or something? Is the country crazy?
Freedom.
No direction, no sense of direction. Obiaba the open way. Where are we going to? 67 years to nowhere.
Exactly.
We keep on going around in circles.
Sure.
MPP manifesto, NDC manifesto. Yakoye 1994, and yakoye a year National Development Planning or your authority say you commission me boy. Yes, your advisory body. As crazy as we are, and I remember chirawa system here with him a pro system will collapse. This system will collapse.
Exactly.
So I mean, other than the youth supporting the system that keeps on impoverishing them. Why? Why is the youth supporting that system? Why is the youth hungry but not angry? Other than comedy youth, why is the youth hungry but not angry? Because the comedy war you will want to, you are angry, but unfortunately the youth in this country they are hungry but they are not angry.
Exactly.
So is somebody operating on their minds? Is something worrying the mind of the youth? I want to understand it, because the youth, they are not angry. Meanwhile, they are hungry.
Freedom.
A hungry man is supposed to be an angry man, but the youth of this nation, they are not angry, though they are hungry.
Exactly.
Why is the youth begging for what is rightfully theirs? Why? Why is the youth begging? Why? Why is the youth begging? Other than Ranchi and Mabawana Baya the Serefo. Bro, what is wrong? There's something wrong with this nation. But because it is becoming too much in this country, and I think something must knock this sham that they call democracy, because we don't have democracy in this country. We have stupidity being supported. There is no democracy.
Freedom.
A bunch of organized economic criminals divided themselves into two political parties. Who pretend to be serving the nation by themselves, with the exception of very few people. But some few people, no system na swallow them. All of us are being swallowed by the system.
Freedom.
Including my very good self.
Exactly.
Because of the foolishness of the masses and the wickedness of the people that is supposed to govern them.
Exactly.
That is why.
Freedom.
The foolishness of the masses and the wickedness of the people that is supposed to govern them. So the masses are being foolish, and the government is being wicked.
Exactly.
And we sit down and we watch. All the pillars that forms this sham called the democracy is weakened.
More fire.
All the pillars. All the pillars that forms this sham called democracy is weakened.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, youth in the system they are the youth supporting the system. Pillars support the sham called democracy. There is no democracy in this country. Human right. What is human right? Allowing idiots to be spewing nonsense is what they call human right.
Exactly.
And collada form omofru omo de choro yem friend no human right. Abata who form yem friend no human right. In this day and age, 21st century. Said that the ampano na munya sika nkonkoto bia wawa odum sapele no swasa. So we need to find solutions to our own problems.
Exactly.
And the solutions to the problems of this country is in our past, and we must go back and find our way forward.
Freedom.
Unfortunately, we keep on chasing something which is a mirage.
Exactly.
We keep on voting for people who have no clue how to build our nation. Yes, a group of people be share in 1992 and I'm form MPP. If you so and if no matter how dunderhead that person's head is, it do baby me we leadership there every step be a 10 be a baby and you on one kasani leader. Because every generation must be new. Every generation must be different.
Exactly so.
What would this generation be remembered for? Nothing.
Exactly.
From the Aborigines Right Protection Society, all the way to the War of Yasantua, from 1948 riot, all the way to Yentria policy by a champo. Yeah, you to the Nebekaye. This youth, I'm asking you, youth, with that generation, this generation, what will we be remembered for? Galamse, Yaya say you. Yaya environment, we are destroying our own environment with our own hands. And everybody's quiet.
Freedom.
System where you create political class in Wahono. I'm going to form the first pillar, parliamentary presidency. Busa will be a near has what trusts our political class. No. So that political class is weakened.
Exactly.
Another pillar. Weakened. We keep on pretending as if we have something called a nation and a democracy. There is no nation, there is no democracy. Exactly. This is a state capture, ripping the people of
freedom.
And everybody is quiet. The youth have become beggars.
Exactly.
Those who have become beggars, they are the one protecting the system that is impoverishing them in the name of MPP, in the name of NDC.
Very sad.
I don't know how far my eyes can go. I don't know how far my voice can go. Bianca said, I know say I may not be able to live longer. But me who be na make be a cheremo. Munyusu magene ne kakra. Nobody trusts the political system. That pillar is weakened. When you pick the second pillar the civil servant the civil servant is so corrupt, they are so corrupt. Very. The civil servants are so corrupt.
Very, very.
That pillar is also weakened.
Exactly.
So if you think you have a system, if you think you have a nation, you don't. When is nation be? When is system be? Civil servant very corrupt.
Very, very.
But their corruption is born out of two things.
Exactly.
The greed and the need of the people. Immigration officer no an yiri hairdresser na ne yiri wi adwuma wasu adwuma wi so obi adwuma ma no anya sika wonya access no wonya dai financial access ese nkoko bank no kokoji sika no de baba so ne yiri ase ne wonya bintu wonya dai the need of that ebe me na ye komfo o doctor ni wo nurse ni na wo rage na wonya access enya sika nkonko tuya sebi ne rent onasi ni na wono te rage no a wo ya adwuma jeje rollins ba ye no wo baba je eya asase 1 acre already what na so na so rent dan ya si high rise building afa bia rent no onyere no nyanai anya kono no bebo so the need of the people is what is making them corrupt.
Exactly.
Custom officer na yiri ya adwuma. So when the people at the top that is supposed to serve the people genuinely are corrupt, automatically the masses will be corrupt. Exactly. So the civil servants, very corrupt. Very, very. Then you come to the security agency. Any nation that will prosper security agency, they use for magnet and the through the police. And they who respect the police. And yet, and woye baby a buka. Very corrupt institution. But why would not the police not be corrupt? Woko police in Mwako 7 nation, no, more than 10,000, 15,000, and 20,000, and Sana Wofano. Na 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, no, or Kwa Kurasi Woko Bobusiano, and 18 Yiska or Kwamu Konkotianeka. So we are very corrupt people. That is what we are. We have built a system that breeds corruption. Exactly. And we pretend to be fighting it. And when you could be Kwako 7 nation in the police here. Yakwa ni man allowance ye dey encourage you so mumra me hu ye kan kola wie wo musuku no mbeko national service. They are supposed to go into security agency for security training. Exactly so. Ye wi a wo mo pass ye na mo first right to entry whenever we are doing a yes sebi ye pick off. Even if you not give them first right to entry, you can create a portal. Exactly. Because they've had intelligence gathering and security training, everywhere they will be, they will become the eye of the security training. Security service. Unfortunately, we are very clueless We don't have an agenda. We don't have a bigger agenda. We keep on doing things the way we want. Educational system is not feeding into any agenda. It's not feeding into any plan. Anybody wakes up and say that the smartphones should know how I buy. No plan. Why? Why is the youth quiet? Why? Why is the youth hungry but not angry? Why? When you civil service, you security in free war. The judiciary is supposed to be the backstop where justice is served. Lady by a kwan way bibi kakra. Very corrupt institution.
Very, very.
Opa mama frame to the bar. I don't care.
Very.
I'm saying it as it is.
Exactly.
Nobody trusts the judiciary.
Sure.
In this country.
Powerful.
We don't trust them.
Exactly.
Hey, yeah, they will say they won't call me to the book. Who cares? I don't even care. I'm saying it as it is.
Exactly so.
Koko sechi mai. Ubia mpeno kure ni yenyina yatimu ni adi etiri ahyem ni etu hwewiem ni ese ya tete afibia yebesi edan enso na circle nsuo kumnipa every year for 30 years
annual festival.
So these are the upper pillars, 4 pillars, no naki about the moral conscience of the nation. The pillar of conscience, 4 lower conscience pillars, no. Naki ahrese. Wamo nanka manfo no omo osoro ho ye adwuma no omo ye corrupt no. Wamo betimi aka asema kire omo. And now so for no way. Where are the clergies? Where are they? Very corrupt. You want people asofo and you want this asofo. Corrupt people ye hunu we. Nyame nka we nkire womo. Akromfo nko a. Wamo botom no omo de hye nkom. Na nyame yi se dwoma ameba. Nyame yi se ba umia beba. When him said your mama ne ba umia nya so mo ba beboa o man ne ba bia ha. Kakra obedi enti. They've robbed everybody in. We are all being caught in the system, including my very good self.
Exactly.
Nyame yi hwe nkyere wo bia. Akromfo asofo nko a. Ye boy minimum kasa yes said ye nyame na no makasa. Nyame ni mo mo ba bia.
Omo bua.
If it's your mind, the youth are becoming beggars and it is so worrying.
Very, very worrying.
Omaya gold, diamond, bauxite, manganese, timber, cocoa. We cannot build a nation where the youth will become beggars in our nation. It cannot be.
Never.
That's why I'm 413. And this were the voice that kept on ringing in my ears. Why are the youth becoming beggars in their own land? Why? Why? They go sit here and say some of them. The clergy, very corrupt institution.
Very.
We clergy in free one media. My goodness. Father Lord, my goodness. Father Lord, my goodness. Very corrupt institution.
Very.
These media people needs to be beaten, including myself. We need to be beaten. It was in the name of keeping the gate. The gatekeepers. We have become watchdogs for the political class, for the criminals.
Exactly so.
We, including me. Instead of being watchdogs for the people, we've become watchdogs for the organized economic criminals.
Exactly so.
They've left us impoverished. So we have no choice than to suck up to them. We have no choice. And this is where we are.
Freedom.
Media are corrupt.
Very.
Media are comfort.
Very.
Take it from me. I'm telling you.
Exactly.
Media are comfort. Very corrupt institution. So Omaya Utima pillars 6, upper pillars 4, lower pillars 2. Nina are corrupt. This is where we are.
No,
and we say we have democracy. You think we have a future? We don't have a future.
No.
We don't have democracy.
Exactly so.
Then you would have come to the businessmen, the business class. Very corrupt institution. MPP businessmen and DC businessmen. There is no business that goes beyond 3 decades in this country. Because a MPP business and a NDC business, nothing more, nothing less. Abambia Benso say businesses. One said no nim samranti ni judgment. Enyuma ni guwa wonye wonmie if NDC na ye. Commander Sugar Factory nimpro if NDC na ye. Ni amie ho all the excuses in this nation. Why are the youth becoming beggars in their own land? A land full of riches. Why? Why is the youth hungry but not angry? Is something wrong with our minds? Hi.
Jesus Christ.
Last hour. The last pillar a wo mo no yanyo mo hwie o wo mo de wo mo ho na asase ne wo mo dia. But the political class has left them impoverished.
Exactly.
So they have no choice than to suck up to them. The chieftaincy institution. Nananom. Akwamfo sa.
Very.
Mubufu mu amho.
Sapepe.
Dia make amunim say no kore. No kore ne ya kan kuro mu hano.
Fire.
Adai. For how long can we continue to pretend?
We can't.
The chieftaincy institution. About your mama, but not because he thinks your mama is coming to do anything. Exactly. So we have two criminals awaiting one in charge. We have two thieves, set of thieves.
Rotating.
Yeah, omokwaya 8 years. Komedi womo idu womo ba. Eni womo du womo nai womo fu womo nsa. Se we mu kwado womo wia ne techa. Eti we no womo susu wia. We no womo kona ise de ja akam propro wa ase. We mu de komo akodi womo ba. Womo beba no na new set of hungry nkofo ni bia join. Eti womo ba no wonya dan 5 wo village enya we a woma mehwe manfo no. Se we mu kwado womo trem 8 years. Womo wia bia fine. Eti womo nyina eti is and the chieftaincy institution. Obekoni eboa ena ba omia de woboa VH dia VH fans intia. We need to speak truth to power. Exactly. Speak truth to ourselves. We need to start speaking to ourselves. And the foolishness of the masses, including my very good self, when you come in and you want to fight for them, the system itself ebe swallow.
Exactly so.
The wickedness of the people at the top and the foolishness of the masses. The system will swallow you.
Exactly.
And some of us are being swallowed by the system. And sometimes it's not even the wickedness of the people at the top that swallows you, but the disappointment you encounter when you are fighting for the masses.
Freedom.
Is what allows yourself to be swallowed.
Exactly.
By the system. So MPP has to swallow you, or NDC will swallow you. If you resist the swallowing of these two, the two of them will come together and they will fight you and crush you. When Fix the Country was so heated, in this country, MPP and NDC came together. They said we were attacking the system. Meanwhile, people were pretending that we had gone for money from John Dramani Mahama. And the masses bought into this foolishness. And they could have said, but maybe the men said, I don't care. If you be a media, okay. But maybe one day, any of the youth listening to me, when you get a chance to lead this nation, certain people, even when they are dead and gone, I say certain people, even if they are dead and gone, eso tu omufunu, emu jeli omwate, because they impoverished you and you supported them.